All right, man. Trace talk. You know what it is, man. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Oh, man. Glad to be back in the studio. All that good stuff. So, look, man. Academics, man. Academics. So, academics actually came out and said that these tours is a big W for Kendrick, and he is going to surpass Drake's record on a What's the Blur tour. Uh, I believe that Drake has the highest grossing tour. Then I believe Travis Scott. Then I believe it's Kendrick with big Mr. Around the Big Steppers. So this one here is definitely going to surpass Drake. But before we get into that, I get the legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me wait for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,000. Trying to get to 18,000 subscribers before the week is out. Trying to get 1,000 subscribers a week until I reach 25,000. And I'm going to give away a nice size cash prize. Yes, and I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Also, too, go to the description box and subscribe right now to Torture Talk After Hours. Torture Talk After Hours is a little more long form videos, a little more sometimes, not all the time. And yeah, man, make sure you subscribe over there. So look, man, we're gonna get to this content, man. And King of the North, let me know what kingdom you from. So let's get to it. All right, so this comes courtesy of academics, and let's see what he's talking about.
They got me feeling like I'm academics. Let's start with this whole Kendrick tour. So, Kendrick's tour is actually doing rather well, right? And not surprising to me, maybe surprising to you, Kendrick breaks a record. He's breaking records with Gate. And what's happening is that when you do a stadium show, remember I told you when Drake was going around, Drake charges the highest ticket price for any hip hop artist. Obviously, Beyonce's of the same level, kind of. Bad Bunny's a little bit lower, and Taylor Swift is the highest. Like, Taylor Swift charges basically an arm and a fucking leg if you want to go see her concerts. So what does that do? If you go to a venue that holds 17,000, if you're charging on average $400, or let's not say 400, $300 for 17,000 seats, you're going to rack up a gate price of a good amount. So there's touring companies and touring data agencies that they actually monitor this, not only for Live Nation, for other things, but that's how they kind of rank artists. They kind of see where they're strong at, where they're weak at, whatever, and they also get to track the money. For example, again, when Drake went to Madison Square Garden, all those shows gained around 4.5 million, right? It was around, like, we could look.
So according to academics, Drake shows are most likely double or triple the amount of money you have to spend to go to a Kendrick concert, which lets me know that Drake he's out touch. He's outdated, because if you want people to come to your concert and you want a lot of people and you want it to be sold out, why would you sell these tickets now? Obviously, it's still sold, but I don't know what's the point of selling tickets for over $500 to see somebody perform a couple of songs. To me, that's kind of crazy. Only way I would say it is if I'm in the nosebleeds or if I'm up there, then I couldn't see myself paying $500 to see anybody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay that much money. I paid some money, but I didn't pay that much money. But $500 to the nosebleeds, and then that's the lowest. And they said Taylor Swift is like $1,500 for a ticket. That's the highest, or higher than that sometimes. Like, you're crazy. You're crazy.
At it, right? Drake, It's a Blur tour. If we look at it, which, by the way, this is the highest grossing tour of all time in hip hop, $320 million. But if we look at how it worked out, let's go to Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, which is here. He did, let's see, he did 3 shows, and 3 shows turned into $13 million. Actually, 14. Let's just call it 14. 14 divided by 3, I mean, it's $4.5 million, right? So the average for what Drake was grossing in ticket sales was $4.5 million, right? Now, here's the thing. In Madison Square Garden, because if we do 3 divided by this, I'll do it on the side, because that was the attendance, 51,000. 51 divided by 3. So the sellout was 17,000 each time. So 17,200, okay? Now,
Well, if the sellout is 17,000 and your ticket price, so what are we basing this argument off of? We basing this argument off how much people spending, or how many people you brought out? Because for some people, y'all argument is going to be, well, Drake made more money, even though Kendrick argument would be, well, Kendrick brought more people out. It's like, what is the argument? I don't understand. Is it it has to be the money thing? It ain't actually the capacity, the crowd size. It's the money. So even if let's say, for instance, I did a show in a stadium and I sold out the stadium, 10 stadiums, and I only made $20 million. But you did all arenas and you made $50 million. But I had more people at my shows. I don't see why that's would not be the one. Wouldn't you say, well, I'm the bigger and the better artist because people came to an actual stadium to see me versus people came to an arena to see you, and I got 30,000 more people there. I mean, at least in my opinion, at least it would kind of be equal in a way. I don't know. Let's keep it going.
Now, why I'm not surprised that Kendrick is breaking records for rap is because other than Eminem, these rappers don't do stadium tours, even though we know they could do stadium tours, okay? For example, if you could do 50,000 people in Madison Square Garden and 65,000 people in Barclays, they're both in New York City, you're doing 110,000 people in New York City. That means you could have done Yankee Stadium. And I think Yankee Stadium would probably be like 40,000. Or MetLife, 30 to 40.
That doesn't mean that. It's one thing I want to say. Maybe I've said this a couple of times myself, but I need to correct this. It only means when it happens. It doesn't mean when you do something. I mean, when you don't do something and you say you could do it. No. It only means when it happens. It only means when it happens. I was telling my brother this earlier about boxing. Say Terrence Crawford gonna fight Canelo. I'll believe it when they're both in the ring and they hit that bell and they walk across the ring. That's when I'll believe they fighting. So it only means it when it happens, not when because you put some numbers together and say, well, you could do that.
1,000 people. Okay? So Drake could absolutely do a stadium. For whatever reason, don't do a stadium, right? So I'm not surprised when we see stadium shows, one show gross more than an arena show. That just makes sense. A stadium will hold 40,000. An arena will hold 17,000. Makes sense, right? So, yeah. Kendrick is moving around and breaking records for hip hop. Now, they're being kind of like really odd by saying black male artists. And anytime you see the word black male artist, you know, these are PR blasts. I don't know if this person is getting paid for it, but when they say black male artist instead of rapper, that means they're trying to also throw a little shade at The Weeknd, because The Weeknd is the only black male pop star who does insane fucking numbers, okay? So when they say black male artist, and by the way, Weeknd's team, XO, they use that terminology to compare him and Drake, because Drake will have all these records like, he's the rapper with the most streams. And then The Weeknd's team will be like, well, he's not the male black artist with the most streams. Okay? Because obviously The Weeknd is R&B. Anyway, so Kendrick Lamar show in Arlington, Texas.
Now, I don't know about that. I do believe that it should be said that it is a black male artist instead of a rapper, because when you say rapper, They could be talking about Eminem. They could be talking about Post Malone. They could be talking about other people that would fall under that criteria. So when you say artists, people don't look at it like, well, it's a black artist, because black artists usually don't do a lot of stadiums outside The Weeknd and maybe Beyonce and a couple other people. But for the most part, The Weeknd is probably the only black artist that does stadiums on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? I know Beyonce does her thing, but not as much as The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? Like The Weeknd is on, and his till dusk dawn or whatever. That tour was insane. So, but yeah, I understand why they use that terminology.
Has broken the record for the highest grossing concert ever performed by a black male artist, $11.8 million. Now, let's see. Arlington, Texas. Let's look at the GNX tour right quick. GNX tour. All right. GNX tour. All right. So, Arlington. Where's Arlington at? So, this is the AT&T Stadium, right? Let's see how much it holds. Capacity. So, the capacity for that is 80,000. Holy shit. Now, we don't know how much of the stadium. It's not going to be 80,000. That's for like a football game. And a football game means only the field is like occupied and then fans can sit all around. It's a 360 view. Most times with artists, they use 270 because they're not going to have you behind the stage. They're going to have a lead out to the stage, so they'll have you 270, right? So they'll never have.
Hey, bro, this dude, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, I already know where this is going to go. I already know. I know he's going to throw a lot of shade because this is what he does. It's what he does. I know he's going to throw a lot of shade. I know it. This is so crazy. Oh, this is 80,000. Wait a minute. Nah, because for a concert, they ain't holding that many. Like, come on, bro. So they're going to take away 20,000 seats. It'll still be 60,000 people there. Like, come on, bro. This is crazy.
As much as a football game would pull or could pull. Now, I'm going to believe that all Kendrick shows are sold out. Again, I've told y'all this whole thing. Yo, at the highest level with these guys, Beyonce, Kendrick, Sabrina Carpenter, fucking Taylor Swift, everybody like that. Like, they're so locked in with Live Nation. Like, Live Nation's ain't going to make them flop. You get what I'm saying? They're going to make sure that bitch is sold out. So let's be realistic. So if this place could hold 80,000, I'm going to think that the capacity probably was 50 to 60. Okay? And I think that's a very good conservative.
Like, come on, bro. So you telling me that they moved 20,000 seats, pushed 20,000 seats back, just so, like, this is what you're saying? So all the people on the floor, you ain't counting. So they pushed 20,000 seats back, or you said, because it's 80, you said 60 to 50. So 30,000 seats they pushed back. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Ballpark guess. We're guessing right now. 50 to 60,000 people. I think it holds more than NRG Stadium, right? Yeah, that has a capacity of 72K. And US Bank Stadium has definitely just not as big, right? So yes, makes sense. And by the way, I think Kendrick is breaking his own records because he's the only one going on the stadium tours. And by the way, I am very impressed and proud of him for doing it. Rappers have been scared of the stadium tour, and I'm here to say I like the fact that Kendrick's doing it. I want to put out a public challenge out there because all of these rappers that I'm going to name could do it. Of course, Ye would do it and would have done it, but we know stadiums, Live Nation ain't fucking with him. By the way, Anthony, thank you for the gifted membership. But I do challenge all these artists. I challenge Travis Scott. Your next tour should be an arena tour. No, not arena. I mean a stadium tour. I challenge Drake. You should be like, you're not making arena music no more. You're making stadium music. We want to see you in that stadium, buddy. Who else? I'm trying to think who else could be in a stadium. Future, I think he's still arena. You see, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to encourage artists like Travis and Drake. Go meet that little leprechaun nigga in them stadiums and leave the arenas for the futures. Like the future, that's his ball game. An arena.
I mean, if your argument is battling Kendrick in the stadiums, that's not gonna work because I think Drake probably do a stadium. I'm not gonna say and lie about it. Travis obviously can do a stadium, but I think Kendrick Lamar is setting the tone right now. Maybe this is setting the tone for other people to do stadiums. We don't know, but we'll find out.
Y'all niggas need to graduate to stadiums now. It is what it is. Let's call it a spade a spade. You feel what I'm saying? Who else y'all think could do an arena in hip hop? Youngboy's arena. See, leave the arenas for Youngboy. Youngboy, Future, Rod Wave, they do arenas. Drake, you shouldn't be doing the same venue with Rod Wave. No disrespect. You shouldn't be doing the same venue with YB. No disrespect. You shouldn't be doing the same venues. Now, I wouldn't say Future necessarily. It's just that, you see, Future is such a trap nigga and a hood nigga. The people who sell a lot of tickets, you got to attract a lot of girls. Okay? Got to attract a lot of girls. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. And again, I'm trying to be as fair as possible, but every time I speak on Kendrick and Drake, either fan base, like the extremists I've always told you that's in both fan bases, they take pieces of what I say and they try to use for their own purposes, okay? Now, I'll say this. I do think what Kendrick is doing is slightly cheating. Kendrick, I'm proud of you, but it is slightly cheating, though.
I told you. I told you. He has to, he can't contain himself. He can't. No matter what, he can't contain himself. Let's see why this is slightly cheating. Let's see.
Okay? And this is not me talking ill on him. And I'm glad that he's breaking records because I think he's set the new bar for hip hop and performances and where it should be. Let's get these rappers to perform in stadiums. You know why a lot of these niggas don't want to be on that stadium light? Because you got to sing every word. Some of these niggas, like, you're going to have to put on a show. Because when somebody's up in the nosebleed and they're like half a mile away from you and they're looking, they're like, is that Duckworth? Is that Aubrey? They got to be thoroughly entertained if they're going to be half a mile away from you in the fucking nosebleeds of the nosebleeds and they're going to still be singing every fucking word. They want a fucking show. Okay? So I actually want to challenge the entire hip hop. All y'all step the game up. Y'all got to step the game up. Come on now. Y'all can all do stadiums. Okay? Not everybody, the people I've mentioned. I would, Kanye, to me, Kendrick's a good performer. Kanye's like, to me, one of the best performers of all time. Anybody perform better than...
I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with Kanye West being a better performer than Kendrick. Totally disagree with that. I don't agree with that at all. And I've seen a lot of Kanye concerts. He doing some weird shit. I would probably say Travis Scott is better than Kanye West. But I would argue that Kendrick and Travis may be a good battle for who puts on a good performance. But man, Kendrick Lamar puts on a better performance than all of them. That's just the bottom line. Look at Mr. Morale on the Big Stepper tour. Look at the Grammy. Nah, bro. He puts on a better performance than these dudes. Sorry.
Well, I got Travis. Yeah, I got Travis over Kendrick performer. Yeah, Travis is a better performer than Kendrick. If I'm ranking performers, Kendrick is below. So number 1 is Ye. 2 is Travis. And I don't really know about the rest. But Kendrick is below that, but not too far, because Kendrick's a good performer. Okay? So this is why I say Kendrick is cheating a bit. I'm still proud of him. Don't clip me out of context like I'm just trying to diss him. I'm going to give him all the accolades. Standing ovation. Congratulations, Duckworth. But this is a co-headlining tour. Okay?
Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, if he compares this to what's the Blur tour, or it's a Blur tour, that was a co-headlining tour too. So I just want to see how he gets around this. I really want to see how he gets around this one. Because that was definitely a co-headlining tour. And I want to see how he gets around this. Because if you're saying that this is the reason why you're saying Kendrick is cheating because he's not doing this by himself, then I got to see what he says.
What they did was take 2 artists with minimal overlap in fan base, and they combined them, and both artists already were doing arena tours. So both artists could sell out 15,000, and they combined them and made them co-headliners that they could pull in most venues or most cities 30,000 or more, which that would be the entry level to stadiums. Okay.
This guy is wild. So I don't understand how you connect everything with just one. So you connected one stadium or one arena and one arena, and you said, oh, this person could pull in 50,000, this person can pull in 15,000, and they combine and they go to all of these different cities and they can pull 30,000. Like, how do you know that? How do you know that that's the case? Some people wouldn't like that. I just don't understand this. I don't understand his logic. Like, he's just like he makes this whole blanket statement for everything. Like, well, this is what happened if they would do all of them. Like, no, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that they would have pulled 30,000 people in every one of them. No, this is a big difference.
That's the only thing I think is a little bit cheating. Because I think, honestly, Kendrick didn't need no co-headliner. If it's what we talking about and it's really like that, because I think it is like that. I do think it's like that. I don't think he need a co-headliner. I think he could have went out here and did by his damn self. And I'm not saying SZA can't be on the lineup, but I haven't seen the show.
No, and that goes back again. If you believe that Kendrick Lamar could do the show by himself, then how are you making an argument saying that he's cheating? I don't understand it. You're not saying anything about guarantees. So if he can do this by himself, you can't make the argument that he's cheating if you know in your heart that he could do it himself. I don't understand it. This is wild.
I think I'm gonna pop up to the one in Inglewood. Some people offer me some tickets, but yo, Dave Free, could you hook a nigga up? I'm going to Inglewood, California. I'm popping out. Literally, I'm popping out. I want to pop out to the concert there and just see how the.
Well, good luck, cause so you dudes is playing a dangerous game. But good luck to you. Good luck, man. Hope everything works out for you. Good luck.
Show goes up in LA. I just want to see how it goes. You feel what I'm saying? So Dave Free, you hooked me up last time. Hook your boy up again. All right. Anyway, yeah, I think SZA could have been on it. I don't think SZA need to be on it as a co-headliner. If we're saying it's really like that, but that was a smart decision to put her on it and make her co-headliner though. Okay. Now, this is where I'm gonna have some contention, right? But I'm gonna also be fair, right? I think if it says Kendrick is breaking this record, they should say Kendrick and SZA because it's a co-headlining tour. Now, was It's a Blur a co-headlining tour? I gotta see. It's a Blur tour. Was it a co-headlining tour? Oh, no, it was co-headlining too. All right, I will stand corrected. If we're going to give Drake this credit for having 300, okay. I
told you. I told you. I knew it was. And it was an arena. It wasn't a stadium. So it's a big difference. So obviously you could charge more money for an arena. And if it's a co-headliner, you're going to charge double the money versus a stadium, which is only two of these people, which is pretty big, but you charge less money because you want more people there. So it's just a weird thing to compare the two. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid to compare these whole things. Like, we already know Kendrick's going to surpass Drake. It wasn't like he didn't, what's the name? He didn't surpass him before, because he did. And then they released the numbers on What's the Blur tour, and it came out to be more than Kendrick. So I think some people saying it was like 40,000 more dollars more. So I don't know. I don't know. So that's what people are saying.
Stand corrected. I will stand corrected. So the argument that SZA is, even though, to be honest, I do think SZA is doing way more heavy lifting than Savage did. No disrespect, that's Savage, my man. But still, it doesn't matter. Drake did a co-headlining tour. And if Drake, we give him the credit for the co-headlining tour because we know he's the A side to the co, and Kendrick is the A side to his co. It's all fair.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Wasn't J. Cole and Drake doing tours together too? Like, when did you see Kendrick go on tour? Like, he went on tour with Baby Keem, but Baby Keem is not no J. Cole. Like, that he's not a J. Cole.
Game. We got it. Listen, I'm always down with calling a spade a spade. So for the people who, I'm actually going to rescind the point. I'm not even going to make it. Because I was going to be like, yeah, Kendrick, you're breaking these records, but you kind of like did a little cheat code, right? Like, I think Eminem went on stadium tour before, but it was just him, right? And no, that's unfair to do because we've given Drake the credit for having the highest grossing tour of all time, this and third. No. By the way, let me also try to extrapolate. GNX Grand National Tour. Will Kendrick possibly beat Drake's record of 320? Now, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Kendrick is so petty he wants to beat every Drake record. How many dates? If you ask me, the average gross is gonna be around 8 or 9 million. 8 or 9 million per show. Okay? 8 or 9 million on average. Like when you get to a bigger stadium like AT&T, yes, 11 million. But 8 or 9 on average. If we just give him the extra one or two to make it 10, Kendrick needs to have more than 32 shows to gross over 320 million. Will Kendrick beat Drake's record? Let's count up the dates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now, some of these are arenas because once he goes overseas, he's not doing stadiums there, right? So once he goes to Frankfurt, like...
Bro, those are stadiums over there, too. They're probably bigger than ours. What are you talking about? Them Jones probably, on average, them Jones hold like 80, 90,000. They're much bigger than ours. Some of them, not all of them, but a good portion of them Jones, them soccer stadiums, they hold more than we hold. So...
Deutsche Bank Park in Germany. I don't think it holds like 40,000. I don't think so. We could look. Capacity. Oh, never mind. It holds 58. God damn it. So I might be wrong. Hamden Park. Capacity. Oh, these are stadiums. Oh, shit. It is still all stadiums. Fuck. All right, let's look at this because I've seen arena. Capacity. Oh, wow. All these are like 50-something plus. Okay, all right. So if I'm anticipating, as long as he's selling around 40,000 tickets, he's going to get $8-9 million. Now, here's the thing. The It's a Blur tour. Now, this is what's going to happen, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all the facts. I'm going to tell y'all the truth, right? I think Kendrick's going to beat the record, okay? He's going to beat the record. However, Drake is going to still have the record on technicality. Because Drake is going to have the record for shows within the United States and Canada. Kendrick is going to hit overseas beyond Canada. He's going to, after July 2nd. So he's going to Germany, Scotland.
This you can't make this up, bro. I swear, this is crazy. This is crazy. So Drake's going to have a record on a technicality because he performed in America and Canada. And Kendrick is going to have the biggest record of all time because he performed all over the world. Like, what? Yo, I swear to you. So because Kendrick is performing all over the world and not just in America and Canada, Drake still is the winner because technically Kendrick did more work than Drake to have the highest grossing tour. So it don't mean nothing because he did more work than him. Like, come on, bro. This
By the
is
way, I don't know why
crazy.
Drake doesn't do like full world tours and shit. Germany, Scotland, England, Netherlands, France, Wales, England, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Poland, Sweden. So it appears that I think Kendrick's going to have the overall record. However, Drake is going to have a technicality record of shows within the U.S. and also shows U.S. Canada. So that's what I think, right?
Yo, I swear to God, bro, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. We gonna end it there, man. We gonna end it there. Oh man, this is amazing, bro. I swear, I can't believe that this guy. I can't believe this guy. I can't. I know. Listen. I'm telling y'all now, man. I just sometimes I'm even though I know he's a top glazer. Sometimes I'm just shocked. I'm shocked at the level of glaziness that he goes to. I'm shocked. I cannot believe it. I can't. Like, even though Kendrick is gonna break the record, Drake will still hold it on a technicality because Drake had the most tours in America and he made the most money in America and in Canada. And Kendrick Lamar, because the reason why he's bigger, because he did more tour dates in the whole world. Like, oh my God, bro, this is crazy. But thank y'all for joining me, man. That was a pretty good one. I'm glad the academics kinda admitted it. Well, he had to. He had no choice. And he was wrong on a couple of things on this one. So tell me what y'all think. Y'all think Kendrick gonna break that record? Which I think he will. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye.